Welcome back to another episode of Uncut and Unfiltered. Today, we're in whiskey heaven, people. We have got a beautiful brand here in front of us. Today, we are tackling Longrow, joined as always by my close friend, my compadre, my brother from another mother, Dram. How are you, sir?
Excited. Look at what's in front of us.
Beautiful. It's just beautiful. Wow. What about yourself, Posh? You getting ready, mate? You excited? Are you in it?
I am. You love it long, don't you, mate?
I love the long row. Yes. I don't know. None of that. All right. Settled it.
What? I didn't. What are you talking about?
What? Now you line these up, Ian.
Yeah.
I have to say I'm not fucking happy.
All right.
I'm not starting at the very beginning. You can if you want. What? I'm going to start at the very end. I'm not going to ask. This is your bottle, CV. I'm not going to ask you to pour it. I'm going to pour myself a dram because I have been waiting to try this beauty since it was released. So thank you so much for bringing it. I'm not even going to offer to pour. I'm going to be a horrible, horrible person. I'm just going to pour myself my own one here.
What have you got there, Jake?
I've got the 7-year-old Longrow Red. This is the most recent Longrow Red.
It's perfect for your mental age.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Okay. Ian's on form today, guys.
It's like the in-betweeners.
Quick whips. Longrow Red. The 2024 Longrow Red. This is a 7-year-old, 2-year finish in Burgundy.
Yeah.
You guys told me about this one. Now, I got the tasting pack. I haven't tried it because I wanted to get myself a full bottle before I tried it. Do you guys want to pour yourself something else? Or do you want
something else.
Do you want to go for this one?
Something else.
You're going to start at you want to start at the wrong end of the spectrum. I'm beyond excited. Longrow Red is something that it just does it for me. I think I've always said Springbank Burgundy was the first whiskey that I tried where I was like, I get the whole wine maturation, and for me, peat and wine just go hand in hand. But Longrow Red took that to a whole new level for me. My love, my passion, my excitement. This is where it lives.
Normally, I would agree, and we're going to come back to something that is not an official Longrow Red that I love, but I'm afraid this time it's you that's on the spectrum.
Right, brilliant. Okay, absolutely wonderful, mate. Thank you so much. This is the 7-year-old Longrow. What have you gone for, Ian, for everyone at home?
For 21.
Right, okay.
Why?
I could say so many things about that as an age, but I'm not going to go there because I'm nice.
You don't even have to lift this off the table to smell it.
I know,
it's
right?
So pungent.
As soon as I pop that cork, it's just like...
So pungent.
Sweet Longrow juice.
Now, Ian and I had this at their 2023 tasting, was it?
No, it was the start of this year. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's like March time.
Okay.
I couldn't come, unfortunately. Yeah, that was when you guys sat down with Andrew.
Yeah, great chat. I really enjoyed this there and then. Ian did not so much. It divided the room.
Panicking because you guys are like, this is amazing, this is terrible. When he says it's terrible for the reasons you said it's terrible, I was like, I'm going to.
If I remember correctly, it divided the room as well. There was a show of hands of what everyone liked and didn't like, and this did divide people.
And I've tried it again since, and
It's too much for you.
Shall I spoil it?
Sure.
It's volcano juice. There's so much sulfur.
Which is why he's going to love it.
Yeah.
It's like having a musket shoved up your nose.
He was like this. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to go.
Yeah.
I'm not painting myself the best picture here, am I? No. It does smell fucking spectacular, though.
And this is the one where the main note for me, and I remember telling people about it afterwards, was bacon frazzles.
Frazzles is something I get quite a lot in stuff that's a little bit less sulfur than this.
But so much.
Background.
It's
so
definitely
much. Bacony. I know what you mean. Frazzly.
This is...
It's the sulfur, though.
It's the sulfur. It's very gunpowdery sulfur. Good. Your musket note is spot on. It is Sean Bean unloading in your face.
Or
unload on me, boys. Yeah, I love it.
Who was the guy that just got... Anyway.
Fuck, that's that. And so what's interesting about that is on the nose, it's actually almost overwhelmingly sulfured.
Yeah.
Which I love, but I completely appreciate why a lot of people wouldn't. But on the palate, it's actually, there's a lot more to it, and it's actually a lot gentler than I was expecting. We're at 57.1 here, guys, just for everyone at home. And for me, it sits beautifully at that point. It's actually not an overly long or an overly complex dram, but it packs a punch.
It really does.
It really does.
Yeah.
And it's like it's raspberries and cranberries. Raspberries and cranberries and just heaps.
Barbecued.
Yeah. Barbecue, yeah. But it's just heaps and heaps and heaps of gunpowder. God, that's good. I completely understand why you hate this.
How much was this? Was it 70 quid?
Yeah.
Or 60 quid? 70 quid.
60 to 75. Somewhere in that realm generally.
I actually picked this up at auction.
Yeah.
Because
I picked mine up at auction.
Because they went,
one, so.
they sold out.
Of course they do. They always do.
And they all hit the auction.
And pages and pages and pages.
Weird.
I picked this up cheaper than retail.
I think I picked mine up for 60.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I picked mine up for 60 as well.
It got a fairly bad rap.
More than retail once you add the like if I bought multiple bottles that month, so the delivery wasn't too expensive per bottle. But if it was just one bottle, it would probably end up costing just over retail.
Also, sad news.
Oh.
This is for the time being at least, the last ever bottle of Longrow Red.
No, what?
Do you not know? No more. Yeah. So,
Dude, sorry, you're fucking with me.
no, I'm not. I wish I was.
I'm actually upset now. Sorry, I've turned away to take care of my dog for just a moment, and Longrow Red is no longer.
It's being replaced with Longrow 100 proof, and there is going to be a variety of no age statement finishes.
No, why?
Who said this?
Why?
I'm pretty sure Andrew said it.
Where is he?
Oh, for fuck.
In Campbelltown. Like, you know, he's on his tour of Europe.
Call him.
Where is he? As if you're going to go and fight him.
Call him.
Sorry. What?
I need this confirmed.
That's actually.
So there's lots of gaps in Longrow production, and they don't have enough to be able to make any more of this. And I think the 21 is also going away for a good few years.
And sorry, just for everyone at home, you started here.
Yeah.
Now, I'm interested to talk to you about this because the reason that I brought this wasn't to drink it and enjoy it. It was really just to say this is the only Longrow out there, and it was something that we mentioned in our last episode there for everyone at home. This is the only Longrow that does not do it for me. From a value perspective, it's way off. But even if you take value out of it, the actual quality of the product, in my opinion, isn't very high. And it doesn't do what Longrow says it does on the tin. It's the only one that doesn't fit into it. And it's the only one that you can consistently find on the shelves everywhere, right?
Yeah. You're right. I think, 250 is a tough ask.
I mean, it's a piss take is what it is. But I love J&A Mitchell. I think it's a great business.
The Springbank 21 sells out straight away. Even the Hazelburn, the couple of releases are sold out.
But again, what we're talking about here is not cost. We're talking about value.
Yes.
And value here. The value isn't there. Even at £150, the value is questionable in my mind.
What's interesting, I looked at the barcode on the back of this. It's 2019, so I believe this is the first ever batch of Longrow 21. Because it hasn't been around forever. They've not done that many releases.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was maybe it's the second batch. 2018 or 19, I'm going to say, is the first time that Longrow 21 came out.
Okay, I can't speak to that, but fair enough. If anyone at home knows the ins and outs of that, so you can let us know. Stevie's just having a giggle to himself. You're right there, mate.
Well, I messaged Andrew and I said, hope you're well. I'm just in the middle of an episode. I just had to edit it to podcast episode just in case he wanted. I'm asking him.
Why? In case he thought you were in a manic episode of fucking schizophrenia or something. I'm just in the middle of an episode. I'm dyeing my hair, Andrew. Want to come over and party? Yeah, I'm on my way, Stevie, mate. Fucking shit.
Anyway, Stevie is now in the middle of a manic
Let's see
episode.
if he replies.
All right.
Because I don't believe you. I don't want to believe you. More importantly.
Well,
I really don't want to.
I hope I'm
Longrow
wrong.
Red, I was just speaking with Stevie about this the other day. This is one of my most recent acquisitions to add to my collection.
That's really upsetting.
And GlenAllachie 35.
Yeah.
Right? And because I have my Longrow Red collection, that's what I have as my I've got a few Springbanks, but really I kind of keep the virtual days or the festival day tastings as a set. But the Longrow Red is the thing that I've always been most excited about.
So I'm going to tone the conversation down. I know I've been sniping at you for the first 10 minutes of the episode.
Go on.
Longrow, obviously, it is double distilled. rather than 2.5 or 3 times like your Springbank and your Hazelburn. But the cut points are much lower, and Longrow gets filled into the cask. I think something like they've rarely hit the 63.5% like standard filling strength. I believe it can be as low as like 57.5, 58%.
They want all of those feints, all of that dirt, all of that. For everyone at home, that's how all of the deep, rugged, rough, peaty filth that we love from Longrow, that's where it comes at the end of the distillation period.
And so the angel share can be pretty aggressive in Longrow, right? And I think one of the releases of the 21, I'm going to say the 2022 release, didn't even hit the 46% that they aimed for, and it was bottled at like 43.4 or something like that.
It was dropping rapidly.
And I think that's one of the issues with Longrow, that as the ABV drops, obviously the peat that we all love from it starts to dissipate. And if you get lucky...
And that's why I think it doesn't work, mate.
Well, so...
there are exceptions. There are exceptions. We've tried that 20-year-old, phenomenal. And it's not to say that they're... But I think as a core range product, I've always said I think this is a waste of Longrow.
Yeah, and the barley to bottle as well, when we did that on Eat, Sleep, Dram, Repeat, the 28-year-old was phenomenal.
Insane. 100%. Hands up, it's not a hard and fast rule. But generally speaking... I think, and I said it about the GlenCairn, that 16-year-old that you very kindly brought for the last episode. I just don't think that these whiskies need to become super old. We'll move on to this in a bit. This is a cage bottle. This is 7-year-old. Yeah. Same as this, 7 years old. This is one of the older ones, 16 years old. Lovely. But that was in a ruby port cask, probably a port pipe, right? Yeah. 700-litre casks. Slower maturation. Takes its time a little bit. I just think,
when the hand filled and no age statement. Yeah, I get it. Like this has not got super tropical yet, and it kind of feels a little bit like it's lost in the middle. Yeah. And I think when you're charging £250 for a bottle,
you can't be lost in
the middle.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And for me, actually, I'm pleasantly surprised by this, because I don't think I've had this batch before. That 2022 that was less than 46. I had it with a couple of people, and they all agreed it was thin, it was watery.
That's interesting.
Despite, I think, being natural cask strength at that point, which again is unusual for something that's declined naturally to that point.
Taste thin, normally they slap.
And so that's the thing, I would agree that some of these have been a bit inconsistent. Also, I think if you want an aged Longrow that is still perhaps middle of the road Longrow, the 18 at £110 a bottle.
Much better.
Not necessarily much better, but negligible difference for less than half the price.
Sorry. Value, that's what I'm saying.
Value, yes. Value is so much better.
Much better. Much better. And this is it. I think what's interesting about that point is, why do we want aged whiskies? What do we look for from an aged whiskey? Yeah. Now, you talk about the kind of tropical notes that come out of a whiskey. Yeah. That's definitely something that I want, Equally, aged Springbank, aged Hazelburn, they go in a different direction. I just feel like with Longrow, you've got this wonderful period from kind of 6-7 years old to kind of, I would personally normally say kind of 12, 13, maybe 14, but I will, for the sake of today, say 16.
Well, we've got 17 and 2 16s to try.
We got 17, haven't we?
Yeah, well, we're going to that next.
Rum. Oh, this is the rum. Yeah, bloody rum.
Oh, come on.
Right, the first two are disappointing. You know what? I'm not sure if I've tried this. I've got 2 bottles of this at home.
You're not sure about it, but you got 2 bottles.
I've got 2 bottles of it, and I'm not sure if I've tried it because I know I haven't opened one of mine, and for the exact reason, thank you, mate, that's plenty. For the exact reason that I wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy it.
I've got another bottle of this actually sealed because this is 2021. Is it?
Yes, yeah. I have tried this before. I remember loving it and keep on trying to find a bottle of it. But it's starting to go up a little bit at auction.
It probably would. Well, I mean, listen, they're disappearing. Oh, finish it, mate. Finish it. Please. I haven't had this for a while. I don't know if it's because it's been open for, 3 years. It's got a really...
This is you?
This is a funky nose.
You bought this?
I made this, yep.
You made it?
Is this you? This is mine, mate, yeah.
This is Stevie's own Longrow.
I don't think you're going to like the nose. It's a really weird, funky nose.
It's not.
No.
It's super light.
You don't get the funk there?
No.
It's been open for 3 years, dude.
I don't get any funk. It's just super light and it's
kind of going like almost like mushroomy, like.
Oh, Really?
Yeah.
No.
I don't get that at all. I have got that from our Springbank and from other bottles of Springbank that I've opened. Don't get it from this at all.
Maybe it's because of the glass, but anyway.
So for me, this smells like it's dropped a lot in ABV. What was the bottle at? 50 point. Wow, this dropped a lot in ABV. This is 50.5.
It hasn't been sealed, to be fair.
Sorry, did you slightly open the cork before you put it down on the table?
No.
Okay, because the cork wasn't fully in. I just smashed it down before we started.
I mean, it did travel, but yeah.
I was just saying, like, it may have been that you know.
Maybe it's been like that for 3 years.
Seal the fucking thing. Yeah.
I think this is Longrow on a vacation to Barbados. Someone has poured some Longrow over a banana split.
I like the visuals that you're giving me.
Yeah, I want to go.
And actually,
book now.
That's quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's lost alcohol.
That's lucky because you put 2 bottles of it, mate.
It's lost a lot of alcohol. Yeah, I'm not sure if I enjoy it enough that I would be super excited about cracking my 2 bottles.
It would be interesting to know what your neck pour is versus this.
Yeah. Correct. Yes.
I remember this being quite delicate.
As a rum cask, this is very well balanced, I think. A finish?
It doesn't. It says fresh rum. So, I mean, goodness knows.
It's not 17 years. I'm sorry. I'm not believing that it's 17 years of fresh rum.
Unless it's a very, very, very tired rum.
Well, how can you get a tired fresh rum cask?
Well, how does that work?
Oh, sorry, did you say fresh rum?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah. It must be a short finish. I think less than a year. 6 to 8 months.
I mean, unless it was like some Bacardi that barely touched the sides of a cask or something.
No, but that's not their thing, is it? They
always
have really good quality.
So I get it.
I think 6 months flash finish in a good cask, a very well executed finish in my mind, but it can't be.
I really like this. I think this is, whether it's a finish or maturation, I think you're probably right. It's a finish. Like it's delicate, but it's still Longrowy. And it
does still have that essence.
Yeah. And I think it's such a different way to enjoy Longrow.
Yeah.
Like it's very atypical.
Okay. So then everything that I've just said about this is where it needs to be. If we're going atypical, if we're going aged, if we're going slightly different maturation styles, if we're trying to get something different to this dirty end of the spectrum, this is where it needs to be. This is just, it's not here nor there, right? The rum finish on this, even though I'm typically not a rum fan and I kind of, approach this with a little bit of caution, it is different. And it may not be my preferred style of Longrow, but like you say, it's still good Longrow. That is really disappointing to me.
So I still think this is good Longrow, but I mean, this is it's no better than this. This I think was 100 or 110 when it came out. This was 55. We're going to come on to. This was like 100 and something. And the problem with this is the extra 3 years have added little to nothing, and the price has more than doubled over any of the others.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like this is, if you have this and you taste it, this is still great whiskey, but it doesn't, the extra 3 years compared to a Springbank 18 or even the Springbank 21, even the Hazelburn 21 doesn't do anything.
No. In fact, my personal opinion, you start losing the essence.
I don't disagree because the peats are started to, you can tell the peat has definitely started to dissipate.
Completely dissipating. Yeah. No, it's falling off the fucking face of the earth. I've never understood this as a product.
Do they water that down, the 21?
Yes, to a flat 46.
Right.
Apart from that year when it was below
Naturally, yeah, for sure. And so for me, I just think it's really, again, people at home, some of you love how we talk about brands, some of you get very sensitive about how we talk about brands. So we just get sensitive. I love Longrow, massive supporter of Springbank. It's one of the few brands that I actually collect. Most of my bottles of whiskey I crack, I enjoy, I share with friends, I bring to festivals, whatever. Longrow is one of my favorite brands, and it just goes to show not every one of your favorite brands can slap all the time. 21 is a failure for me, but
probably one of the best bottles of whiskey
Ian
ever.
has got a winner in his hands. And this bottle is mine and has been like that for a fucking minute now.
Well, look at mine.
Have you got one as well? Oh, hello. Look at that. Twinsies. Stevie and I clearly had the same idea here. And when was this released? 2020?
2020, yeah.
For the last 4 years, Stevie and I have...
Let it go, man.
That is bang on.
Let it go.
Christ. Apparently we've been hanging on to something that we quite enjoyed for a while.
I've also finished one of these because I didn't have the self-restraint to do what you two have done and have another one in the stash.
Can't do it.
Fair.
This was £55, I think, when it came out.
Let's crack them. Let's pour them.
Question for you. Is it a Longrow or is it a Longrow Red?
It's a Longrow, but it is a Longrow Red also, right? It could have been a Longrow Red. And that's the beauty of this to me, is it does everything that I want Longrow to do and more again, right? And that's why I love Longrow Red. Thank you, Stevie. That is exactly... No, mate, I'll tell you what, mate. Let's try and just kill off my bottle first, and then you can kill off yours.
Oh, okay.
I've still got one more of these.
Oh, well, yeah.
We've gone through
silly question then. So a Longrow Red's always exclusively...
Oh, deaded it off. Look at that. Beautiful. Only here on Uncut and Unfiltered.
Exclusively matured? Or are they a mix between finishes and...
This is in 2 red wine casks now. I thought it was 5 years in one type of red and 2 years in a Burgundy.
But the red's always...
So this is 2 fresh Pinot Noir and 2 refill Malbec casks. But they're always finishes, I think. I don't think they've ever done any...
Longrow Reds sometimes can be exclusive maturation.
They can. Okay.
For this Longrow Red here...
This is a really...
That's what I was going to say.
I don't think they ever...
Sorry. 4 years bourbon, 3 years Pinot Noir. I thought you said it was Burgundy.
That's Pinot Noir. This one.
This one is.
This one, the 7 Noir. Yeah.
This is
Malbec
and Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir. The 10.
Pinot Noir is a type of grape, so it could still be Burgundy.
Yes.
But I thought that you had said the way it was advertised was it was Burgundy.
You think it is, but I don't. Sorry,
maybe they've changed that then. Maybe they've changed it. Okay. All right. So. So that's actually quite interesting. So this is 4 years of bourbon. I thought the reds were always sherry wine and then a wine finish.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, cool. So 4 years in bourbon, 3 years in Pinot Noir, and this was the Pinot and the Malbec, and this is exclusive maturation. And this even. He's about to hold a little sermon here, is Ian? Hold tight, people. But this is the thing. Even though that this has been opened for 4 years, because it has been... I finished off one of those bottles very quickly with you, and then we opened the other one pretty much straight away. It still holds, right?
It's beautiful.
Sometimes I just open this bottle to have a huff of it, to be quite frankly honest with you. It could be a Tuesday morning, and I just, just going to have a little huff of my Longrow. That one day I'll enjoy that,
I think you guys know that, I know the last episode I bought 2 bottles that were peated, but I mean, lightly. I'm not a huge peat freak, but Longrow and Glen Scotia are probably my 2 kind of... I know Springbank is as well, right? But they're kind of my go-tos when it comes to peat. This is...
Yum.
The balance between sweetness, savoury, and the kind of ashy peat of Longrow is just absolutely spot on.
It's one of the peat on this is just perfection. Don't get me wrong, I love this Musketeers assault that you get with this. I love that, but that is a personal preference, and I know that, right? I know that that's very divisive. This is for everyone. I think that's perfectly described. It is that ash.
Yeah.
Right? It's embers and ash.
But for me, what I love about this one is the Longrow is quite, I think, ashy by default. That's a kind of a consistent tasting note for me. But there's a real there's like a sweet wood. It's like a kind of, I don't know, like a maple wood or something with this in the ash. You get the char, you get the ash, but the wood at the same time has got an inherent soft,
clean cleanness to it.
Clean, yeah, but
with a sweetness like cherry oak or something.
Cherry, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. I kind of know what you mean.
One of my favourite drams of all time.
This one.
Yeah.
Probably because it was quite early in your journey still.
Yeah, it was one of those ones a little bit like. Port Charlotte, that was just Whoa!
Right.
Fucking hell.
Wasn't expecting that to be that good.
Just what is that?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know anyone who has tried this and not at least liked it.
Yeah. Straight up. This is it. It's perfect. What's really funny about that, and last episode we talked about Stevie coming to Isla or around distillery visits with me. I'm spending too much money and now I can't go anywhere without spending a fucking bomb. With all of these, but with this in particular, this would have been one of your first Springbank Society bottlings, probably.
This is 2020. It was the first.
It was the first?
I bought the...
He had to be talked in to joining the Springbank Society. I literally...
50 quid,
You did. I mean, are you glad it's good for you?
50 quid's a lot of money. Why am I spending... Stevie, just trust me, dude. Just buy the fucking... You get a T-shirt, but trust me, the whiskey on the back end, you're going to love it. It's for life. It's for life. £50 for life.
For life, yeah.
Oh, I don't know, mate. I feel like you owe me a tax now. Yeah?
He's had enough.
Every society bottle.
He's had enough from me, mate. He's got a Hazelburn out of me.
Sorry, I got a Hazelburn out of you because you lost it in a bet, right? I'm due my society tax.
An 18-year-old, I think it was 18-year-old or 12-year-old Hazelburn, but
it was 15.
15 even.
I know because I have 3 of them, 2 of my own and 1 of his.
Talking of which, I mean, we were sitting there texting each other the other day, like over the new 5-year-old 100 proof Sherry Mitchell. Did you get one of those, mate?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so we were 3. Yeah, we got. Yeah, I've not opened it yet. I'm planning on actually opening it side by side with the bourbon that I kept aside.
And I want to do some cocktails with them because I think they'll go really well with cocktails. That's exactly what I want to do. I save the 2 of them to go with each other. Yeah. I'm not overly I'm not holding my breath with excitement or anything. I think a lot of people are kind of expecting this to be something that it maybe isn't.
Oh, mate.
I'm kind of expecting the sherry one looks overcooked.
It's. I think Springbank, when it's overcooked in sherry, can be still quite interesting. So I think it's going to be like one of these, right? It's going to be like a handfill in term, but they're great and price wise similar to these handfills, right? I like them. I have been through a lot of these Longrow handfills.
Now, the Longrow handfills always slap. Yeah. And again, like you say, from a price point of view, I think both of those Springers were £55.
Yep.
These are 45 to 55, I think.
They're 55 as well.
Are they 55?
Yeah.
Okay,
the general consensus of that 5-year-old Springer in sherry juice.
Sorry, has it been opened? Have you opened it?
No, but I'm talking about
Other people say,
yeah.
What do they say?
It's not as bad as it looks.
It's not as bad as it looks.
Well, it looks good.
What I mean from that...
high praise.
What I mean from that is... It's fucking
not the 8-year-old that we got a few years back. And
no, it's not
doesn't
that.
necessarily taste as dark as it looks.
No, what I'm saying is, at 5 years old, that dark worried me. Right?
Oh, okay.
Of like that's
what I'm saying. That 8-year-old, that Coca-Cola shit.
Correct.
We got
yeah.
That nobody wanted.
Mate, I sold it, and someone.
Yeah, it sounded. I remember.
But anyway,
do you remember that 8-year-old shit? I've got a bottle, at least one.
I got 2 bottles.
You can have it, mate.
I liked it.
Oh,
you tried it and you liked it?
Yeah.
I've got a bottle. It's only 200 quid. It's really, really good value for money. You should have it.
I've got one too. Have mine for 150 quid.
His is more expensive.
But yeah, so the general consensus was it's kind of not what you think. There is a lot of sherry in there, obviously, but a lot of people have said that the distillery character, the Springbank comes through.
I mean, it's only 5.
Yeah, but look how dark it is, mate.
No, but dude, at only 5, even if it's been put in a super fresh cask, you would expect a certain amount of distillate character to still shine through.
You would hope. Yeah. But,
I'm not holding my breath on it. I just think it'll be a good one to kind of...
I'm waiting until you open yours or something before I open mine.
Okay, no pressure. Cool. Fucking awesome.
This is just such a wonderful
It's a really,
memory.
really, really good... Yeah, exactly that. It's a memory, isn't it?
And yeah, I'm so glad that I got talked into joining the society when I did, because I think it was only a couple of months after it closed out.
It did, yeah. It was about 4 or 5 months
in the nick of time. But sorry, this was how much?
When it came out, 55.
Madness. Mm-hmm. Absolute madness.
Even now, at auction, you never get it for 55, but 95 to about 105, 110.
No, really?
No.
It's not bad.
Not true.
Very good value.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't, because I'd be buying them.
I got my second bottle at 95.
When, though?
Only about a year ago. And
I've seen a couple where like
He's not been keeping that close an eye on these ones at all.
They're still.
Don't piss him off, mate. He'll cut all the cameras. It'll all be done.
Yeah, he's going to be
just fuck you with your podcast. I'm going on auctions.
straight on SWA.
nah, I don't believe you. They're selling better than that.
No, they're not. They were.
It doesn't surprise me if they're not.
When everything went mental, of course they were. But now things have calmed down again. Like, yeah. I mean, at one point, I think they went 150, 160.
Sorry, £100 for that is so well worth it.
Still, I mean, if I crack my other one, I will go out and buy a third bottle if I can.
Right. Yeah. Straight up. Have some fucking loot me. God, we've killed off 2 already here. 2 dead men walking. Or dead women walking. It could be women. It doesn't matter.
And so now we move on to
sexless.
Stop.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just trying
Just quit.
trying to walk the line. I don't know.
I am excited for you guys to try this. So this is a Cadenheads
exclusive
Longrow. Yeah, single cask for Cadenheads. 16 years old. Sauternes. It says matured. I think it's a Sauternes finish.
Oh, so not exclusive. Sorry, you just said I said exclusive, and you said yes.
Well, I'm sorry. I thought you meant to Cadenheads.
Sorry. Okay, fuck it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm really enjoying this. I tell you what, that's 7 years. I'm going to come back to another dram of this at the end. Thank you very much, Stevie. Just to let you know, I'm going to blend these 2 together. But it's not to say I don't want a second dram of this in a moment.
It's fine, mate. You take as much as you like.
I'm going to also take some drams to go away with me.
No.
I have some miniatures to fill. And I will see you later.
Siphoning it off.
Exactly.
So
where are we going? Sorry.
Single cask. This is the Sauternes. 228 bottles, 54.2%.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, this is interesting.
This is actually it's a lot of old Longrow here that we've begun with. Like this is not where I'm used to sitting. I'm used to sitting 7 to 12-year-old in Longrow, and really 7 to 10.
Well, yeah. I mean, apart from obviously the 16. And the 17.
Which has been another drought. I bought this.
And the 16. And the 21.
The Edinburgh Whisky Festival.
But you're right.
I went nuts at the Edinburgh Whisky Festival as well.
Oh, I bet.
Actually, that was the 4th. I said in the last episode, that was the 4th dram I bought. I couldn't think of what it was. Yeah, spectacular.
Sorry, is it this one?
Sorry, 16 years old,
Yeah.
finished, we reckon. 54.2 for everyone at home.
I will double check whether it's a finish. I think it is.
It is, because look at the colour.
It definitely is.
Ian, you don't have to check me. Look at that. That's not Sauternes, mate. Sauternes has not given it that colour.
Well, I mean, you never know.
You know, it's 16 years old.
160 years in Sauternes.
In blood Sauternes, apparently. No, it's definitely a finish.
Oh.
You can taste it from the palate. It's actually a very well balanced dram. I like this very much so.
What did you pay for this?
This, I think, was 100. I'm going to say it was £120.
When?
Back in Jan or Feb of this year.
Okay, this year. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So obviously a Cadenheads exclusive. If you were not a Cadenheads club member, then you had no chance, because this was effectively
It's good.
pre-release to club members. Go reserve it with your local shop, and so
200 odd bottles.
Yeah, so
228 bottles.
This was ballots at the London shop, and I got lucky.
How much is the Cadenheads?
£50
Membership?
lifetime membership,
Okay.
and still
That's
open.
Still
a bit
open.
dear, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, I don't know if I can stretch that, mate.
Fucking pleb.
Nothing online says whether it's a finish or not, but I think yeah.
That's nice. Again, it kind of does what I want it to do. The Sauternes element is a bit different. I'm not sure it's giving me as much Sauternes as I was expecting from a Sauternes. Like, if it said Sauternes finish, but it says Sauternes cask matured, I would maybe expect a little bit more of that uber sweet.
So that's super interesting, because I think the quality and the type of Sauternes casks that I use generally in the whiskey industry are quite low, and I think that most of them fail to impart the rancio and the sweetness and the kind of stone fruit that you would expect and hope from it, as a maturation type. This is super interesting, and I think you guys are minded maybe after what comes out of my mouth to slap me around the face a bit, because this has got the kind of slightly funky farminess of a Port Charlotte.
Really?
For me, yeah.
Okay.
But I like it a lot more.
The slurry.
No,
it's not quite slurry.
It's not really quite there towards this. Just
That's interesting. You got some funkiness to it. Okay.
Yeah.
But a hint.
So
there.
I know what you mean about Sauternes. I agree with what you... And sometimes, actually, Sauternes casks can become overly woody for me.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, super tannic and not the sweetness you expect.
Right. And I agree. I think it's the provenance of the Sauternes. I was very lucky, not that we could bottle it because it was sold by a different company, but I very briefly managed for a private client of mine a Bruichladdich cask that was exclusively matured in a Chateau Yquem.
Like the one we tried with Colin. That was fantastic.
Fuck, we did try that Yquem. That was fucking brilliant, wasn't it?
That's absolutely amazing. My favorite laddie.
Fucking well remembered, dude. And guys, if you haven't checked out that episode, you can check it out. It'll be in the description below. We had Colin Dunn on, of all people, not just us three plebs chatting in an Airbnb, but actually a legend of the whiskey industry, sitting down, sharing some amazing drams. Check it out. It's in the description below. But yes, exactly. So Chateau Yquem is, I'm going to say arguably, but also probably not arguably, I think you could fairly safely say it is kind of the height of Sauternes, right? Sauternes wine is a sweet dessert wine. It's kind of, it's that balance as well between the acidity of the wine for me. It's beautiful, but exactly, it can become overly tannic. It can become overly woody. It can become just a bit coarse and a bit...
Yeah. I like dessert wines a lot. I like Sauternes a lot. I've never actually been lucky enough to try any actual Yquem.
Oh, dude. Oh, well, we'll have to do that together. It's one of the few things that I've had the privilege of trying where, like you say, it's not something that you come across very often. I'm still very excited to try Petrus, which is something that I haven't achieved in the wine world. But on the dessert wine side of things, I feel like I'm fairly well sorted. Yquem is cool. Going back all the way around to this, it's just a touch at the end. And I feel like the balance has been struck really well. Because even if it's not the highest quality Sauternes cask that they've used, I feel that they've got like some really good stuff out of it.
Yes.
And it hasn't got that overly woody, tannic, like sucking on bark sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
For me, this goes, as I said, from a slightly funky, farmy nose into a kind of a burnt peach kind of note.
It's really interesting hearing you two talk about this.
That's a really
because
good descriptor.
There's a real disconnect for me in the middle of this dram. And I feel that there's too much Sauternes. I think it's overpowering.
What are you, too much what from the Sauternes?
Just too much Sauternes.
Okay, so what do you get it? What is Sauternes to you? What does that taste like?
I guess it's like, it's a very sort of, almost high alcoholic wine. It's obviously very sweet. And I'm getting that in the middle of this.
Okay.
And the Longrow is being kind of stamped out a bit for me here.
Okay.
I get it. Get the Longrow at the beginning, at the back. There's disconnect in the middle for me. And it actually tastes, and this is why I guess I think this is because if I didn't know the ABV, I think it was a lot higher. A lot higher. Yeah.
54.2, you think this is like plus 60?
No, probably like upper 50s easily, yeah.
Not that much higher then. All right.
No,
but it's
that's
prickly
high.
to you.
That's
prickly.
high.
It's prickly. You don't like it.
Yeah, but I think that's the Sauternes.
Okay.
My thoughts are that this has been finished too quickly. But yeah.
Fascinating.
Wait. You're saying it's too much Sauternes, but you think it's been finished too quickly.
As in, like,
not integrated
properly, and it's just been too intensely finished too quickly.
Super fresh, bang.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you mean. Okay.
It's really nice. It's really interesting. I was really looking forward to this, and I am enjoying it.
But there's a middle that you don't like.
It's just not joining for me.
So that's interesting because it's very different to, but I would there are comparisons to that Bunner that we had in the previous episode, in the sense that it is a bit of a kind of a roller coaster of a whiskey. That I get that kind of funkiness at the start, the farminess, and then it moves into, as I said, that kind of sweet burnt peach, and then you get the kind of ash and the tannins and kind of a bitter, almost mocha note on the finish.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get elements. For me, it's not burnt peach. It's more like burnt kind of like treacle or something, or caramel in a pan.
I think for me, the burnt peach note really struck a chord. I don't know. Maybe it's just because you were first to the punch, not taking away from you.
Oh, I don't care. It's just what I taste.
No. But there's something to that, and I think that's really interesting. But
it's more of like
the burnt nature you get, which is interesting as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's like a burnt carrot. Like you've over. It's just
the burnt caramel. I think it is.
Yeah. Which is the same thing, right? It's all fructose.
Yeah.
Burning in a pan.
Burning sugars. Yeah.
I think burning for a second, but
I'm going to keep a little bit in the glass. I think it'll be fun to compare against the other 16-year-old that we have from the open day this year,
which is port.
Yes.
Yeah. Really interesting. I mean, crack away. Problem is, mate, is I want the Sauternes to open, but equally I want to keep some of the 10-year-old.
Hold tight.
Malbec Pinot.
I'm going to run down to the car. I'm going to get some more glasses.
Cool.
Hold tight the man then.
I finished that 10-year-old already because it is fucking delicious.
There's more here, mate.
I may take you up on that once we're done.
Hath anyone seen my car keys?
No,
mine are.
It's fine. He's got them. Have you tried the 60?
I have, yes.
Did you get a bottle, or have you just tried it?
I have a bottle, yes, thanks to Guy. We all got a bottle.
Of course, this was the one. Yeah, thank you, Guy. Shout out, Guy.
I was up in Campbeltown for the festival, but sadly not Springbank with Glen Scotia. And Andrew, bless his soul, reserved a bunch of bottles before the open day for me to take back for a tasting at one of my whiskey clubs.
Right.
Which is amazing. So I tried it for the first time there. But actually I managed to pick up a bottle thanks to Guy, because this was my favourite of the open day bottles.
Well, Guy sent a photo and said there was all of them. Which ones do you want? And you said just one.
I said go Longrow.
Just the Longrow, yeah.
Sorry about that, boys.
That's all right, mate.
GlenCairn to the rescue.
Oh yeah, look at these.
Capitas.
Shout out to GlenCairn.
Yeah, and actually, sorry, I think in the last episode we completely forgot, didn't we?
It's fine.
We are sponsored by GlenCairn. We don't like banging on about it too much because I don't want to make you jealous. But at the end of the day, the great thing about us being sponsored is you can get stuff at discounted prices. So what we've done with GlenCairn, as opposed to us getting paid for all of your purchases, we've done a great deal with them, and you can get 20% off. So use the code UNCUT20 with GlenCairn. You'll buy a beautiful Capita just like this, or you can or
anything from the shop.
One?
I poured you one. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, mate. Do you want another glass then? There you go. Thank you. You can buy yourself a beautiful Capita or a GlenCairn, whatever you want.
Or anything from the shop.
In fact, I've got all of my glassware here for this weekend. I'm going to a birthday party this weekend. I've got my cocktail glasses. I've got my Jura pint glasses. I've got my wine glasses. There has nothing been left in the house.
You're just missing your hat, mate.
Yeah. Tell you what, I've got my
shout out.
Earring, nice. GlenCairn. We love GlenCairn.
We're actually going to be doing an episode with them at some point. We're going to go to their headquarters and maybe even their factory. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah,
I think it'd be really cool. Why
this
not?
Is a 16.
Yeah.
Sorry. Who's done that? That's very
really
you.
Cool. Yeah.
You're very come here. Look at that. What's he left? It's not even lit.
He's got to present tomorrow.
I thought someone might want to, they want to save it.
He's got to fucking
savor a little bit
in front of camera tomorrow morning.
Give a shit. If you can't get in front of the camera with a bit of Longrow 16 in his skin, he doesn't belong here.
That's our third bottle.
We've deaded off the third bottle of the evening. Absolutely.
That's crazy. That's a first. So, I don't think we've killed many bottles.
The Longrow 16, this is this year's. Yes. So we've gone from 2020, 2021, 2020 tasting day, and then obviously we're no longer at the online virtual tasting days. We're back to the open days. This is from this year's 2024.
I also, I didn't bring it along. I was tempted to bring it and crack it, but we had so much fucking Longrow. The 2022, the 15-year-old sherry in little 20 cl bottles.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute fucking banger. So good.
Why did you...
Longrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you not remember?
The 2022 open day. It's a 20 CL bottle, a little dumpy.
Oh, I never
15
got
or
them.
never had them.
Little
Never got them.
miniatures.
Mate, next time we see each other, I'll bring it in and then you can try that. It's so
They're
good.
the only open days I didn't get.
Another one is gatekeeping, mate.
hiding
You know?
these fuckers away.
Oh, mate, I've got this fucking phenomenal...
But it's not here.
All right.
To be fair, I think we should keep it light.
got a lot-
because
we've got a lot of
There's
Longrow.
actually a bag of Longrow down there as well. So,
Really?
yeah. What did you leave in here?
Bring it here.
Oh, another 16.
Another 16.
Okay.
Ian didn't want it on.
Multiples.
But obviously the call rate, you know.
Yeah.
standard.
Cool range
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Better than the
there's
21, isn't it? But there we
Longrow
go.
for days.
Yeah.
The 16, though, this is this year's. And again, this is something I brought to Edinburgh Whiskey Festival. Nearly deaded it off. Glad I didn't because I get to enjoy it with you boys. Yummy.
Sound like Richard Patterson there, mate.
I'm not going to chuck it against the wall, though. That would be wasting it.
Well, also, this is an Airbnb, so.
Well, yeah, we might
In
get
our
trouble.
usual studio, you do what you want, sir, but not here, please.
Oh, wow. That's all right. Carry on. What happened?
This is lovely.
This is lovely. This is really, really lovely.
I'm going to go back to the Sauternes in a minute, but this is super fucking tasty. What I really like about port matured whiskies that are peated is that kind of sweet, kind of almost gamey kind of meatiness to it. Like it's like, I don't know, like it's like a venison Wellington or something.
Oh, you're making me hungry now, dude. Fuck. That sounds good. Okay. Yeah. I'm just looking. Sorry, because I did actually. I've actually started writing tasting notes from like just for my own. Something that I've worked on a little bit over the years, but now if I'm really enjoying a dram, I'm sitting down. I'm actually writing some tasting notes.
Now he's got an Instagram, mate.
I have Instagram, man.
I know you do.
I've got fucking guys. If you don't know how, I've got fucking Instagram. It's
Do you know how to
wild.
use it?
No, I tell you what, I've got so many messages in it, I cannot keep up with it. I've only got 300 followers, but they're beautiful people. Christ alive. At the minute, I mean, look at it. I've literally fucking two
Jesus.
requests. I don't know what you all want with me. I'm just an idiot who
Was it Jake?
They want your Longrow 16, mate.
Was it Jake that posted something where someone messaged him about like what it was a scam? You remember?
Yeah.
And you were like, mate, someone's asking me for this. Just like, yeah, it's a scam. I can't remember what it was exactly, but you remember, don't you?
being an idiot.
Yeah.
Right, okay, fair enough.
This guy wants my fucking sort code.
This guy wants my bank details. Is that all right, Stevie? Yeah. What's your bank account number?
My Nigerian uncle stuck in the International Space Station needs money to come home.
He's trying to send his mother home for surgery. Christ.
Jesus,
yeah,
man,
no. It's great though. I love it. And yeah, I'm really good at it. I'm so fantastic at
so-
Instagram and social
Hey, you're
media.
smashing it, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely smashing, mate.
What's your PIN number?
2222. No, genuinely though, I've started writing tasting notes because I'm trying to improve my craft. This is my craft here, guys. If you weren't aware, I'm not just a pisshead. I'm very meticulously analysing all of these whiskies. Gaminess is something I didn't necessarily pick out, but is a very, very good tasting note.
The 16 is.
This is so good.
Talk to me about what you're getting, and then I'll give you some of my tasting notes on this one.
So what's funny is
Don't
I
ruin
have.
anything.
Well, I've tried to keep in tasting notes lately, and I didn't.
yourself?
I didn't.
Have you?
Absolutely, yeah. My notes, it's full of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool, man.
I feel when you write things down,
It becomes easier.
becomes easier remembering. You get better at it,
100%,
etc. etc.
100%.
I didn't on this, and actually, I think I only had a couple of drams of this, but really on the. Did you say beef Wellington?
Venison Wellington.
Sorry, venison.
Wellington.
Okay, yeah, the game.
there is that.
The game.
That's a really
Pharmacins. Shout out.
This episode sponsored by.
Hey, if you put your link in, you just get loads of money.
I should, yeah. Seriously.
You get like 100 people.
Sorry, this is sounding like pyramid marketing now. We are not plugging in some discount code for your meat packages, gentlemen. All right?
Hey,
keep your meat to yourself. No one
Stevie
wants to
and
fucking hear
I-
it. Christ. I know what Stevie and you get up to in your own time.
We love talking about our meat.
yeah, I know.
Always, mate. So, no.
Stop packing pork and talk to us about this Longrow.
Oh, it's just so well integrated. Like, it's... There's nothing wrong here. At all.
Other than your meat jokes.
That's such an Irish way of saying something's good. There was this brilliant thing on a 4-pack of Magners there a few years ago, and they were being sold in shops. You know how you get like in England, you get like, this is part of a multi-pack, not to be sold separately. In Ireland, you get similar thing. And it said on this thing of Magna, it's fucking hilarious. This 4-pack of Magners should cost no more than €4.50. Sorry.
Is that their way of saying it's on sale?
Do you know what I mean? Shouldn't it be costing any more than €4.50 now, mate? You know, like, oh, get away from me now, horse. Madness.
But there isn't. This is...
There is nothing wrong
It's
here.
kind of like the 10. It's like... It's just been... Whether it's on purpose or not, it's been...
It's beautiful.
Bottled at the right and only time it should be.
And we're at 54.7. These are all kind of in and around the same
they're very
strength as
similar,
well, most of them, which is really interesting, I think.
And it does have a lovely hue to it as well.
Absolutely beautiful. There's clearly a significant port influence, but clearly not too tannic. In fact, actually, the wood influence is less than on that Sauternes.
I agree.
And potentially even less than the tenure.
I agree also, yeah. Lovely rich plums. Venison I like. Lamb I could go to, you know.
A little bit of red currant jelly.
Yes. Tell me more. Keep giving me more.
I'll give you some.
Go on, Jake.
This is what I've got. I've got rotting strawberries, bacon grease, exhaust fumes from a vintage car, fresh juicy raspberries and plums.
He stole these from me, by the way.
Damps.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah,
He stole these from me.
Has he been
What do you mean I've stolen them?
Has he been sniffing your Mustang?
We were on the phone.
Sorry, what have I stolen from you here?
He's stolen these from me, mate.
This is plagiarism of the...
We were on the phone
Go on.
one afternoon.
Right.
And he said, have you tucked into this? And I said, no, I
What
haven't.
did you give me then?
I think we were bouncing off each other. The rotting strawberries, I definitely
The rotting
gave you.
strawberries, maybe. The vintage car is mine 100%. The bacon grease is mine. You can get the
That's definitely yours.
You can get the maybe the rotting strawberries.
I think you stole that one off me.
All right, I'll give you that one.
But it's a fucking good note.
Stevie said it was rotting strawberries.
Who owns the vintage car amongst you two?
Stevie owns vintage car.
Exactly.
Something I've got on the palette here, and I'm actually not convinced it is as much now, but I wrote down that this is almost cloying in texture to begin with.
Ah, yes. Yeah, we were on the phone when you were writing these. That wasn't mine. That was yours. Cloying. Fucking great word. Yeah.
Like overly sweet and like almost like a little
Sticking to your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I'm not sure I'm getting it as much now. Maybe it's because it's the end of the bottle.
I mean, this was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. While we were on the phone.
I think cloying is okay in a positive sense. It's a really dense mouthfeel. Right? It's super viscous.
I don't mean it as a bad thing, but
Yeah.
it is kind of that like almost overwhelming, right? It's a lot.
It's heavy.
I like it, but it's a lot.
It's oily. It's dense, right? It sinks into your mouth.
That's a very good way of describing it. It really does kind of like almost wave,
heavy.
Waves,
yeah. That's a good way of describing it. All right, let me read you some more of Stevie's tasting notes here that I've stolen. I've put this is something I definitely reminiscent of the gooey center of a raspberry cough sweet.
Nice.
Nice.
My note.
Nice. Yeah.
Sorry, what? This is bullshit. I ignore this man right here. He's just the cameraman. I don't know what he's fucking on about.
No, that was your note.
Rich smoke, plum compote, raspberry jelly, wood spice, eucalyptus, slightly dry finish.
there's just so much depth here.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
So much depth.
It does kind of go
The sink,
and then it just kind of continues dragging your whole palate downwards, which maybe sounds a bit negative, but it's really fucking delicious.
Oh, this is James Cameron's The Abyss Port Cask edition. Like it.
Oh yeah. I know who you're referring to. I was thinking for some reason the Prime Minister then, but it's yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe there's a pork element.
Pork. Nice. Very good. Very good.
Okay, that's a fine line we're walking here. I like it.
I mean, the Abyss. Yeah, this is what we're going to find at the bottom.
It's cool. It is very cool. It's a very well done. But again, I do wonder, because we had this conversation. Us not Ruby Port Casks exclusively, and I said, well, that's what they've put, right? It must be. But then we go back to the rum. That can't be exclusive rum. I think what I would like to see, and if anyone from Springbank, J&A Mitchell, Longrow is listening, I would like to understand exactly what's happening, because that's what they've given us here, right? Although they haven't really said it. How is it exclusively in the Pinot Noir and then re-wrapped into the Malbec, or is it? It's just
I think
two
this
Pinot
is,
Noir and two Malbecs all wrapped together.
This is 4 casks.
That's probably the most clear sort of detailing that we've got with regards to the cask makeup.
Yeah.
Because this is Sauternes finish. For how long? This is Ruby Port Cask exclusively. I'm not convinced. Maybe, but I'm not convinced.
I mean, this
is definitely not exclusive rum.
This uses the word matured, which kind of implies exclusive, right?
Yeah, but it implies, but it doesn't say.
It don't know. Yeah.
So I think that's the one thing that I don't like about all of this is it's not clear. And as a fucking geek focused on perhaps silly details,
You want to know?
I do. I'm keen to understand. Yeah.
You know what? I reckon if you ask them, they'd tell you.
Oh. But I don't doubt that. But I'm talking, come on, for everyone at home, for the consumers that just go, I'll just buy this. I don't know who Andrew is, We're very lucky we get to talk to these people and we're tied in.
But you want it on the labels, you want full transparency.
Yeah, I want to just know. And it's not to take away from any of these. It'd be really interesting to know what that rum finish is, because for me, as someone who doesn't like rum, maybe I'd start toying around with, okay, this has been in rum for 6 months and this is the rum that it was in. Let me buy one of those casks and start fucking around for the Whiskey Baron for our own stuff,
Yep.
Because I think that's good. Equally with this, if it's not exclusively Ruby Port, I really want to know what it was in before. Fuck, this is very good. And if this is a finish, all praise to the person who put it together.
Yeah,
probably Finley.
Super interesting
Probably,
to go back
but,
to the Sauternes as well, if you still got some
I do.
side by side. Yeah.
No, I've been enjoying them too, and I've also been enjoying my own concoction of these two.
Did you bite this off?
No, I melted the top and kept putting. I just got distracted. I've got ADHD, mate. Sorry.
Setting fired
I
things.
kept putting my thumbprint in it one evening because I was on the phone with somebody.
It's because it goes missing. It's mine.
Exactly, pretty much. Yeah, don't worry about that. It's fine.
We've had that. Yeah, we've had that.
Do you want to go through it again?
In a couple of. No, I'm good. No. We've had that. This is fresh
it's very good.
sherry.
Well, let's talk to people about this. Let's just have a mention of it. Talk to people of what it is.
£60.
No.
55.
It's cheaper, was it?
Yeah, 55 max.
50.
They've gone up to 55 recently. I think we probably paid 50 when we went.
Okay.
It's 55 when I went in May.
Sorry, these are the
Kilner jars, hand fills.
These are the what?
The demi-johns.
Sorry, demi-johns.
What did you call it?
Kilner. That's wrong.
Oh, because that's the name of the little mason
Yeah.
Sorry, what is
What?
What's that?
No, it's a
What'd you say?
It's
Val-
a
Yeah, the
Val
demi-john.
Kilmer.
Yeah, Val Kilmer.
This is Val Kilmer's Longrow.
Shout out Top Gun.
Iceman.
Yeah, so these are the
Iceman.
demi-johns. Are you going to explain what that is? Or?
Well, it's just essentially just a
A living cask, effectively.
can't think of the word now.
An infinity.
An infinity vatting of Longrow. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, like a Solera system of Longrow.
That's the word I was looking for, like a Solera system. And you never know what you're going to get. However, it's usually pretty fucking good.
I was going to say it's always
Well,
fucking delicious.
I mean,
If you don't like Longrow,
been there once,
you won't like it.
Had it once, so I'm sure.
Oh, have you only had one of these demijohns?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, I got a few bottles.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Get a couple of different renditions. They're always pretty good.
But essentially, it's just a big vatting, always being topped up, and it's always fucking good. And for £55, I mean,
you can fill your own. You can buy pre-bottled ones.
57.2%. Yeah, you can get them for free if you go on this Eat, Sleep, Jam, Repeat tour. You can get.
Well, not that you get them for free, but there is a bottle in your house for free.
That continuously gets topped up.
It's disgraceful.
The more it gets finished.
I was talking to somebody about this recently, and they were just like, "Really?
It's mad."
And I was like, "Yeah, it's
mad.
properly insane." They're like, "I think I'm going to go."
I think
that's sold.
is it Matt from Dram? Dram Diary, as in
Yeah.
He's going tomorrow with his missus.
Oh, awesome.
Eat, Sleep, Jam,
legit?
Repeat. Yep.
Fucking awesome, Matt. You already have gone and been and enjoyed it, and it'll all be done. But I hope you enjoyed yourself, mate.
I hope you brought some of these back.
Yeah, if you didn't, that's a big mistake. I'll message him this evening to let him know. Cool, all right.
They're fucking great.
What's this one then?
So we're going to finish off with a cage bowl then.
Well, and then the 7th.
Cage,
You already had the 7.
I haven't. What's 7?
Tell us about the cage bottles. Now actually in a cage again, right?
So the cage is a physical kind of bit of like chicken wire over a cupboard.
Sorry.
You dress it up a bit better.
So, in some shed at Springbank, they've got this really dodgy looking chicken coop, and if you can get past the roosters, you can find a Longrow. What are you on about, mate? It's a pretty nice setup they've got there. Like,
it's nice, don't worry.
Fucking legit.
So the cage is effectively a juicy paid cask sample. And they've normally got, at any one point in time, 7 or 8 different versions, but it's whatever is there at the time. So there are, I think they put 14 bottles in the cage, and then it's effectively, when it's gone, it's gone. And then when the last bottle is being taken, they refill the cage. And you sign the book. You're allowed to buy 1 per week if you're up in Campbeltown. And it's as it is. It's a single cask sample, duty paid, and the value on them is incredible. They start at like kind of, again, about £55 for kind of stuff that is like 7-8 years old, rising up to a theoretical kind of, I think, about 195 for stuff that's 17-18 years old, but you never really see that.
I was going to say that stuff is seldom there, and most of it is less than 100.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yes,
exceptional value for money. What pisses me off ad nauseum is people who go, "Oh, Springbank, they just take the piss out of their customers and they overcharge." No.
Oh, they do not.
Sorry,
absolutely.
mate, you have no idea what you're talking about. You don't know this brand at all. If you go to the brand, this is it. This is the sort of value. £55. And I tell you what, we're about to try. It's going to be well worth it. I'm not even sure I've tried this one.
So that Kilner I mentioned on the last episode, the 13-year-old sherry, I think it was £80 or £85 for a single cask, full maturation sherry Kilner at 30 years old.
High strength as well.
Cask strength
of what, 50-something%? Probably.
Absolutely, 54-point-something%, I think.
Phenomenal value.
Absolutely
there is
brilliant.
nobody out there really that's doing that. Right?
I mean, the labels are, funny. They are like a sample label, right?
It's flint glass. It's base. It's the enjoyment of the liquid within.
100%.
And this is it. They're not selling you hopes and dreams and a collectible item, although it does all of those things as well.
For me, the joy of the cage is in like so many different things, and actually the label is kind of one of them. That it's the fact that you've got something special and unique,
and you get to put your name on it. And this has got Stevie's name on it.
Yeah. And I've got
Thank you, Steve.
a small collection of half a dozen or so of these at home, which pales in comparison compared to some people, but I'm still very happy with what I've got from my various trips.
I can't keep my collection of cage bottles up. They just go. And that's how they should be, right? If you've got a massive collection of cage bottles, your name is probably Guy. Shout out to Guy. How you doing, bud? But this is it. I just don't know how. I genuinely don't know how he's done that. I don't know how guys...
Some he's bought off of auction, I think.
Oh, for sure. But even still, I don't know how he's done it because they're so fucking good.
I know how he's done it.
I buy them, I enjoy them. And that's what they deserve. I think I have 2 caged bottles in my collection. And that is it.
I think he's currently digging a tunnel under his new digs.
Oh, yeah, probably.
In Campbeltown.
What, into the distillery shop?
Yep.
Nice.
So, Stevie, what have we got here? It's a Longrow, obviously, but it's...
fresh sherry.
7-year-old fresh sherry.
57.8%. Bottled by Stevie James. No, purchased by me. I've opened this. I don't know if I've opened this on the podcast before. I don't know.
We've had this before. That's very nice. And the smoky peat as well in the background.
Oh, no, I was going to say the opposite.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think it's quite to the side. I think this lets the sherry shine through quite nicely.
No, compared to anything we've had here, there's a lot of...
Yeah,
billowing smoke on the finish.
So billowing smoke, yes, it's a perfect fucking descriptor. But exactly, it's kind of like you enter and you go like this. It's all right. There's a massive fire in a jam factory, and you you push all the smoke to the side, and there's a vat of jam here. And you jump in, swimming away, and then you come out on the other side. And you go, oh, it's sticky, it's sweet, it's and then billowing smoke.
I've got this terrible vision.
I hope you're enjoying it, guys. New tasting notes being released on my Instagram any day now.
Jake at the end of Terminator 2 accepts his jam factory with.
That's brilliant. I love it. What a great movie that would be. But that's what this is. But sorry, the billowing smoke is
Jamgent Day.
Brilliant.
I like that.
Took a second, but you got there just about quick enough, I think, mate. Fair play. Fucking Egypt. What am I surrounded by? But you know what I mean? The smoke is pushed to the side to begin with, and it comes back in. Do you know what I mean? It's not smoke from the outset today.
Just thinking about Raspberry 1000 now, so I can't get it in my head.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mate, we've got to preserve these pants.
Spread them out a little bit.
Yeah, you're in there now.
There we go.
Oh.
Ian, what's your favourite thing about the Springbank shop?
I thought we were doing more puns. Go on.
The cage?
You sure?
Yeah. Yes. What's your favourite thing about the Springbank shop?
Well, that's a good question. I like.
Well, actually, do you know what? I'm going to lie. It's not the cage. It's Donald's Jams.
There we go.
Fairness, Donald's jams.
Wait, does he?
Fucking
Are they for sale in the shop?
Yes.
Where?
At the shop.
I bought them out. They weren't there when
the
you were
next
there
2 years.
because I bought them all whilst you were there.
Mate, I got
Back order.
In fairness, I gave you one for a
You
present.
did.
I bought them all from
You
the
did.
Springbank shop. I had to go across to the Cadenheads shop to buy more.
That's where I got. Yeah. That's where I've seen them.
I
Yeah,
bought them out of there once you had left.
I am currently working my way through a Kilcairn heavily peated marmalade.
Where'd you get that?
That was up this year in May when I got that.
What? What? You didn't bring us one back?
That's not cool, dude. I got you one, I got him one. We're all talking about it now. Oh, yeah, I've had this Kilcairn heavily peated
You need
marmalade.
to save yourself.
Fuck yourself.
Well, you give him one as a
yourself. I'm not
promotional
happy.
PR thing.
I'm not cool. This isn't
How
cool.
many were for sale in the shop?
Say one.
One.
Yeah.
One.
That's a shame.
Believe
Next time.
this.
Next time.
I can't believe that.
That's not cool. Not happy with you, mate.
Anyway,
We'll have
Jake.
words later.
So, mate, what do you think of the French
It's
distillery?
really quite nice. This is delicious.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm missing some jammy notes, but you know, there we go.
I'm going to be dreaming of that. That's outrageous.
That's not cold. That's poor etiquette, if anything.
I'll bring you
Another thing. Guess
I'll bring
what
you
I
a
got
slice of
home?
toast next episode.
This. Stuff the toast.
Fuck you.
Cold toast. What do you think, Mr. Sherryman?
I want to know what you're talking to.
It's,
Both of you.
it's not super sherried, but like
No.
it's super jammy.
Yeah. It's jam.
It's just jam.
It's jam and billowing smoke is a very good descriptor for this. I think we've hit them all really well. You said ash earlier. I said sootiness on that last episode for the Krigaliki. We've had quite a varied kind of, and they're all, for me, they've all been pretty spot the fuck on.
Your Jam Factory on Fire is the best one.
Yeah, Jam Factory on Fire, billowing smoke.
It's a new band name.
Yeah, no, you need to pump
I
up.
like that, dude.
fucking
I
good
can't play an
band.
instrument, but let's go.
You need to pump, dude. Pump up the jam while your feet are stomping, right?
the smoke is bellowing. Right, we're going up.
And the smoke is exactly, that is fucking exactly right.
What do you think? Because you love sherry.
I love sherry, but this doesn't taste like a sherry. This is like the fucking Longrow strawberry jam edition. If someone told me this was port, I'd be like, yeah, fine, great.
Yeah, that's True.
Good.
It's really
I want to know
good.
what sherry is, though.
Strawberry.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your insights. No, but genuinely, I think that is the one thing that these are missing. A little bit more detail. It doesn't affect anything other than my.
I mean, to be fair to Springbank, they give a lot more than most, right?
Fine. I just want more again.
You always do, mate.
I'm insatiable.
I just want more of this bottle. It's fantastic.
I know.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's got my name on it, mate.
I know. I'm jealous.
And Finley's, so.
Congrats.
Go on, Finley. Right. I think we are sadly coming to the end.
No, seriously, we've got that one.
You can crack on, mate.
Thank you.
While we do our ratings. Right, let's do a quick roundup. We've got 7 minutes of time left. The 21, Jake.
Yes.
Buy.
Don't buy it.
Don't buy. No?
No. I think it's an incredible waste of money in comparison to everything else that we've tried.
Price is what,
$2.50.
It's fucking high.
It's borderline insanity. I don't understand it.
What would justify it at $2.50?
If it was something else. Right? Come on, let's call a spade a spade. If it wasn't that and it tasted better, then I'd pay $2.50 for it.
Cool. Great.
Yeah, no, it's just, look, this is the only negative thing I can say about Longrow. I do believe that it's important to highlight the bad things about brands. As sensitive as you might be at home, I don't like this, and I think it is a waste of fucking money. So don't buy it, in my opinion. That is all I have to say.
Ian?
I think that's harsh because I enjoyed this and I enjoyed it. I've had 3 or 4 batches of the 21, certainly not all of them. This is potentially my favorite and I really enjoyed it. Would I pay $2.50 for it?
Right.
No.
Right.
Did you buy that bottle?
I don't think I've bought a Longrow 21.
Where
I've had them at bars.
are you getting them from for free?
Not for free. I'm paying money at bars to have them. I think I've had 1 or 2 in tastings.
Whose is that?
It's mine.
It's Jake's.
Well, I'm saying I bought it to showcase.
Okay.
Just because I'll buy it doesn't mean that it's good.
That's fine. Okay.
It's shit.
Okay.
It's
It's not shit.
That's
It's
unfair.
good. No, it's good.
It's unfair to say it's shit. That is unfair. That's
I think
it's not a bad whiskey. It's a terrible value whiskey. And as Longrow goes, it's just fucking a waste of space. It just is. It didn't. Come on.
If it was half the price, would you buy it?
No.
Okay, fine.
Maybe for £100.
if it was half the
But
price,
I still would be disappointed. I buy these for £70, £80, £55, and I buy this for £100. Do me a favour.
I do get that.
Right? That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Look, if it was from... Oh, I don't want to say that. If it was from a different brand that's a terrible brand, and that was... They're okay, that's a very good whiskey. Fine. But as Longrow goes, it's not fucking good. It's shit.
Other than the 7-year-old that somehow disappeared, presumably into one of your glasses.
No, the 7-year-old's here, mate.
No, the other 7.
I don't know where you are. We had one 7-year-old. We had just one 7-year-old. It was this one.
We need to watch back this footage because something.
1, 2, 3,
something
4,
has happened.
5, 6, 7 drams, 7-year-old. That was it.
something's...
Do you remember that video of like people throwing the football and
Yeah.
a bear walks through the screen?
Yeah, follow
That's
the
just
Queen,
happened.
mate. Follow
Yeah.
the Queen.
That's just
you haven't
happened.
followed the Queen. The Queen's disappeared. Fuck off. Stop looking under the table.
This
Keep
is
going.
my second least favourite of 8, which says something,
7.
given
There
it
are
is
7.
considerably the
set the
most
camera.
expensive of all of them.
Okay.
So I enjoyed it. I would not pay $2.50 for it.
And there we are. So it's a don't buy. It's a long way fucking round, it?
I probably wouldn't
Jesus
even...
Christ.
You said half the price. Yeah, I probably wouldn't even pay $125 for it.
You pay 100, wouldn't you?
Yeah, 100 I'd probably pay. For.
Yeah. And that's where I'd be at. But you know what? I wouldn't be super excited about it. I'd just buy it to have it.
Yeah.
Right, well, we all know your thoughts. It's way too expensive for my liking. It's a don't buy.
Great.
Moving on.
So that one's gone.
Online tasting, 2021, 17 years old, fresh rum, 50.5%. Do you remember the price?
I think it was 110. It now goes for about 150 plus fees on auction.
Okay, we'll go off the retail. Jake?
I don't like how you're running this, mate.
I know, you're making it uncomfortable here.
I'm going to you first, actually, mate. Thank you very much. Stevie, 17-year-old rum. What do you think?
Jake?
No. Stevie, what do you think, sir?
Tell me your thoughts, mate.
Yeah. I think it's your turn to go.
Ian?
Jesus Christ. Just prevent us being stuck in an infinite loop. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
And I think I've been looking to buy it at 150. I've had it a couple of times
I've got
before. I would buy it even at 150.
Would you?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I think it's worth that.
I really like it.
How much was the 20-year-old single cask?
I'm going to say
it was bourbon though, wasn't it?
Yeah, bourbon.
There was
I'm
no
going
rum.
to say 220.
No, it wasn't that
not?
expensive. No.
Dude, no. It was nowhere near that. It was 160, I think.
No, it was more expensive than that.
Nope.
I think Jake's right.
think it was 160.
I wouldn't have. 200
Really?
quid up there.
No, it wasn't that
A
expensive.
single cask at two. No, they know that this is 250. There's no way it would have been as cheap as 160.
Was that a society bottle?
Yeah, the society
Yeah,
bottle.
it was in the brown package.
The brown label, yeah. I remember we tried that at Eat, Sleep, Dram, Repeat. It was great.
Jesus, it goes for a
we
lot of
didn't.
money.
The 20, the society bottle. Yeah, Stevie bought his.
To the Eat, Sleep, Dram, Repeat, did
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, mate. I cracked it
Was it
there.
out?
He cracked it. Yeah. He was out for that.
I cracked it there.
Fuck, you did as well.
And I polished it off so quickly.
God, so that was an old bottling because we went to Eat, Sleep, Dram, Repeat at the beginning of last year.
Yeah,
So it was a
yeah.
2022 bottle.
It was
Correct.
2022
August
bottle.
2022.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
fuck,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
God, that, it doesn't seem that long ago.
I can't find retail. Someone might let us know.
I
It'll be in your comments.
swear it was at
It'll be
least
in your
200.
emails,
I really think it was at least 200.
I mean, the whiskey shop is selling it for 230 quid, but... So,
Sorry, 2022.
yeah, August 2022.
Oh, you save every email you have, don't you? Fuck.
Save each. No.
Did you delete them?
Yeah.
Man,
You delete emails?
I do not
Yeah.
delete emails.
Christ, that's...
This is an entirely different podcast now.
Hold on. Facts and figures.
Here we go.
Both of you, Jesus.
August. Here we are. Experience Springbank. Just let you know, we received your order. It was £200.
There we go. So I told you.
was it?
I don't remember it being £200.
I don't remember being like...
Yeah, there we go.
I thought it was
It was
160.
good.
I think that's still reasonable.
I polished off
Single cask 20-year-old at 200
Correct.
at the same time,
Exactly.
where a 21-year-old at 46 was
Insanity.
250.
Insanity.
Yep, exactly.
Insanity. Just going to show that this should be thrown away.
And that was also a fantastic.
So sorry, you quite like this.
I really like that. And
that's
I'd be
a buy?
happy. It's a buy. Even at 150, it's a buy.
Stevie?
No.
Good, I'm back in control.
Oh.
It's a don't buy from Stevie. And it's at 100... Sorry.
I think it was 110.
It's 110. At 110, you'd buy it.
No, I wouldn't.
What?
No, it's been the least enjoyed Longrow I've ever owned.
All right, for 110 quid, I would buy it.
And I have not-
And I did buy it.
I've not owned the 21, so that doesn't count.
I would buy that for 110 quid. I've
been
one
looking
of the
to
few rum casks I've tried that I've enjoyed.
Get rid of that for ages.
All right.
And I might even have a whole...
Tried, what was that Keeble cask company that we tried that really good? It was an Ardmore, wasn't it, in rum? That was fucking...
Yes.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was very good. I tried another rum cask recently, which I can't even remember what it was. £110, that's decent. I'm not like super excited, but it's good. £55 is a joke. Can we put it at £100 as in the secondary market for nowadays? I still think I know where it's going, but just for people at home to say this is £55 is a joke. This is £100, let's say, in the secondary market. If you were lucky enough to buy this at £55, drop it in the comments about how excited you are that you've got this bottle. This is the 10-year-old from 2020. This is refill Malbec and fresh Pinot Noir casks, bottled at a stunning 53.7.
That is going in the Hall of Fame of whiskey.
I don't think I need to ask you, but can you just give it for the people at home anyway?
It's an oosh.
It's a oosh from Stevie.
Big old Hall of Famer. That's ridiculous. I'd pay £200 for the bottle.
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
It's £100 a bottle, guys.
People DMing me.
Yeah. Shut up.
You said I've got some.
Yeah, I've got some for that price.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd just buy it on auction.
I've just cracked it. It tastes like Ribena. What have you done?
Ian.
There's 1,284 bottles of it.
I've drunk at least 4, so it's 1,280 bottles.
I'll settle for 1,279 of them.
Yeah. All right, that's a lot of fucking money, mate.
That's a big old buy.
That is a big, fat, fucking whoosh. Yeah. That's whoosh.
A little bit creepy for me, but I'll take it. Okay. I agree. I think this is one of the best whiskies going.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a Hall of Famer. It's an oosh, triple oosh. There we go. For all of you at home, beautiful people, 2020 refill Malbec, fresh Pinot Noir. This is Longrow.
This is legendary.
Finest.
Yeah. Absolutely legendary. You talk to anyone, like you say, that've had it.
Yeah, I don't think I've spoken to anyone that's disliked it. I've traded a bottle of that for something filthy, old Springbank single cask.
My second bottle of this was from someone who was selling it, and I was like, "You are an idiot, and I am going to
I'll take it.
Take it off of your hands."
Yeah, you don't deserve this. Yeah. Correct. Well done. Good. I'm glad it ended up with the right person. Moving on to the Sauternes. This was the 16-year-old, 54.2. 110, did you say?
120, I think.
Sorry. 120 pounds. This is an interesting one. This is a bit different. Stevie, this kind of lacked for you in the middle.
Well, it wasn't like it lacked for me in the middle. It was just disjointed. It's a really interesting dram. I would buy a bottle of this because I want to get to know it more. I want to delve into that. I want to understand more about it. I love Sauternes. I love Longrow. Marriage Made in Heaven. But yeah, it's just a buy. Just a buy, I think.
Okay. 120 quid, just a buy. Just scraping it through there for Stevie. Ian? You've already bought one.
I've already bought one. It's a big, interesting roller coaster whiskey. I really enjoy it. I've enjoyed coming back to it this evening. I've enjoyed talking about it with you guys this evening. I enjoy talking about it whenever anyone else tries it. It's a strong buy.
Fair play. I think I'm leaning more towards Stevie's end of things. Like, look, at the end of the day, Longrow can become a very expensive obsession, as I have found. 2 mortgages later and I'm in serious debt. Yeah. But it could go that way. Do you know what I mean? This is the sort of passion where you can get a little bit lost, a little bit carried away.
And on the back of that, what's interesting is, we were coming up with episode ideas for today, and it's like, what do we all have the most of?
Yeah.
And it was Longrow. And it's like,
I didn't want to open most of them.
but it was like the most collected whiskey I have.
Yeah, right, okay.
And it wasn't until I got them all out, I was like, oh fuck, shit.
I've actually got a bit of Longrow here. Yeah,
I've got a problem.
Yeah, I think for this one, it's a borderline for me. It could go either way. I'm going to give it the buy just to give Cadenheads that boost there. And, I don't want to be negative. There's nothing to be negative about here. I think the only thing that's making me a little bit apprehensive is the price. And again, it's just because price versus value is a really important piece of the conversation here in my mind, personally. You could buy really great Longrow for that kind of 45, 50, 55 pounds, and they can be some of the best Longrows ever. And then you can spend 100, 120, 250 pounds, and they can actually be maybe not quite as good.
I think what's fascinating is you've got an official bottle here, and these were 45, right? For a half bottle? I
don't know. I bought them from Guy. I bought 3. Yeah. I bought one for each of us from Guy. I don't even know what I paid him.
But I think they were 45 or 50.
That sounds about right. 45
for what, I think 35.
35 so 90 pounds a bottle.
So somewhere between 90 and 100 pounds a bottle. So less for an official bottling for a festival, nonetheless, than, I know it's a single cask.
But I think that's what's so good about what Springbank, J&A Mitchell does as a whole, is they really cater to their society and to people who turn up for their festivals.
Yep.
So obviously we've had the virtual days, which COVID got in the way, but if you turn up on the day, we were very lucky to get our hands on these because of Guy, right? He went to the festival. He's got his house now in Campbeltown, which is great. Thank you so much, Guy, sorting us out with a bottle each, and I think that's what's so great about it, is it's not always about them making loads of money. It's about the value that they provide.
Yeah, definitely. Springbank is so generous with
Springbank is probably my top for when it comes to taking care of their community.
It's so fair, and it's not like it
Beyond
jumped.
reasonable. No,
if you look at any other distillery right now in Scotland and compare a 60, whatever, it's so reasonable, which is why, Springbank has the demand and Longrow does a little bit more, but I guess it's still a bit of an underdog compared to Springbank, but to some.
Yeah, no, definitely. Anyway, with that being said, it's a buy. Probably a bit more on the edge, just because if I've got all this money, this wouldn't be the first. If I got to try all of them, and then it's like,
if I've got all this money
and I can buy whatever I want, and I get to try all of them first, I would buy.
It's under the table, mate. The other one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right,
We already had 7.
Stop triggers arse. It's contraband.
Swallow it.
Thanks for
Take
that.
it home.
Thanks for that, Scrooge McDuck.
Right.
Go on.
Onto the 16.
Onto the 16. £45 for the 35 cents a litre. It just becomes a bit of a joke. Stevie?
Oosh.
Yeah. Ian?
I'd give it a double oosh if I could at 45 quid a bottle.
Double ooshing. Love it.
An oosh in both hands.
An oosh in both hands. I'll triple it. It's an oosh. An oosh all round. That's a real winner. Fuck.
Is that the first time we've had a double, triple oosh?
No. We've had a few triple ooshes.
Yeah, but a double, triple.
What's a double triple?
We've had two triples.
Oh, a double triple. That's a good.
A double triple.
A double triple quadruple.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
One of
I don't know.
those.
Maybe. Who knows? It's exciting. Longrow's the one at the minute. So we're all very keen.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yep.
That's a no-brainer. The Demi-John bottles. Apologies. £45.
55 now.
Even at
think
£55,
All right. Call it
bro.
55.
I know 55.
Full fucking bottle of some sort of Frankenstein Longrow that works every time.
That's what they should call it, man. Frankenstein.
I'd buy that all day. Brand that. I love it.
Is it a buy or is it an oosh?
It's an oosh.
Oh,
I love these. Remember, I actually bought 3 or 4 little because you can buy them in the
20 seals, yeah.
Which, by the way, if you go to Springbank and go to the shop and you don't fill your pockets with them, pay for them, obviously.
And I think they're like 20 or 22 quid.
Stevie is not recommending a life of crime here, guys. He recommends you pay for all of the whiskies that you consume, but
fill your boots.
It's well worth, once you've paid for them,
fill your boots.
Filling your boots.
There are some lovely staff there.
Yes. They have wonderful, very friendly staff.
That's nice.
Big shout out to the people in the staff. We love them.
Ian.
I have bought, I think, at least 3 of those.
Wow.
I don't know if it quite gets an oosh from me, but I love them and they're incredible value. And I like just having one in to drink from every now and again. It's an incredibly strong buy. I know technically they are different each time. Mm-hmm. But it's very rare that I rebuy something. So it's an incredibly strong buy.
Yeah, no, I agree with Ian. I don't think it's an oosh worthy. Not to say it's not phenomenal. Consistency is there. It is different, but it's always solid.
Value.
It's always solid value. It's always solid, consistent, like good quality product.
Yeah.
It's delicious. It's a strong buy. I think Kadoosh is too far for me, but it's a very strong buy. And then we've got the Longrow 7-year-old duty paid cage bottle. Fresh sherry.
Don't know the price of this.
Sorry.
Oh, is it?
£60.
Oh, there we go.
7 to 11-year-old, 60 quid.
Fucking hell. That's another oosh, isn't it?
Tell me, mate. You're first. Go on.
It's an oosh.
It's an oosh.
60 quid. It tastes fucking delicious.
Mate, it is this.
You're going to put that on some of your crumpets in the morning, aren't you?
Yeah, this smoky fucking jam
That's what I'm gonna do.
festival. Like,
Imagine mixing that up with some butter. Just fucking...
exactly. This is, as I said, this is Jake sinking into his pit of jam with his thumb up and Guns N' Roses playing in the background.
Tell him home. Yeah, I can picture it. I'm there.
Going back to my last reference, I wish this could be mine, but it's,
Nice.
yeah,
Very nice.
Even using the Terminator 2 song from Guns N' Roses.
Very good.
It's an oosh. It's a fucking big oosh. £65 for 60 pounds for a single cask Longrow.
That's interesting. Up to 11, yeah.
That also tastes fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the Terminator juice. Is that what we're going to be calling it? Yeah.
So I'm not sure if we've ever had a double triple oosh before, but I know we've never had a triple oosh, which is where we're at now. It's a triple oosh. Oosh. Absolutely spectacular.
You will be my eye.
Hasta la ooshka, baby.
Oh, he's coming out, isn't he?
All of them this evening, man. 7 years old. It's phenomenal. It just goes to show age isn't everything with whiskey, right? We talk about 21 at the beginning here. We talk about 7 here now at the end. Absolutely spectacular. I have hidden one more bottle, I'll be honest.
What? I want your clothes, your boots, and your Longrow 7.
Fantastic stuff. Triple oosh.
Oh, we know what's happening.
Onto the Longrow Red. I know that you don't like it, so let's get your negativity out of the way.
Bin it.
It's a bin it.
It's bin it.
Oh. And that's what's so great about this. Sorry, we've had 3 triple ooshes, 1 fairly divisive dram with regards to quality, if not value.
Yep.
And then we've got something that you would throw in the bin. I fucking love that. I so love that. And for anyone at home who's like, oh, don't say nasty things about my whiskey. Or, it's just like, Ian thinks this is piss, but he loves all of this.
Mate,
there's no right or wrong with any of it.
Hold on a minute. Are you saying that he can have an opinion?
Can you? I think he can.
Apparently.
I think he can.
These two are the
Everyone's
same.
allowed an opinion here on Uncut. That's why it's Uncut.
I didn't think
This
you were
is
allowed.
fucking abysmal. This is fucking brilliant. They're the same price.
And they're the same age.
Same age.
Same distillery.
Same distiller.
Fucking bizarre.
I honestly didn't think you could have an opinion on the internet. I'm
No,
blown
everything's
away.
great. Send us freebies. We'll tell you we love them. Anyway, listen, guys. I think that's fair enough, and we expected that. It's a no buy from you. It's a bin it. It was a lot actually. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
But
that's strong.
I'll give it to you.
That's strong. But
You're entitled to
you're
your
allowed
opinion.
that.
Let's bring it back. Come on.
Price? Remind me, because I don't have a clue. Oh, I paid under
70.
retail.
I thought it was £70.
Yeah, but I bought
paid
this.
60.
It's more
I paid
expensive.
60, but then comms on top and whatever.
much
I probably
more.
paid a little bit over. Probably about 75 all in, 75.80.
With delivery, but anyway.
Yeah, £70 retail. Let's work on £70 retail.
I love this dram.
Yes.
It's an oosh.
Yeah, there it is.
It's so good. It's so good.
From me, it's also
Dirty. In fact, my tasting note, and I've sent this to a few people, is industrial bacon frazzles for me.
industrial. But
right here.
I'm imagining like huge bacon frazzles.
Yeah, working in a factory, you know.
No. I'm just imagining like the giant size, like a frazzle the size of this.
That works, but I'm more
that's
like
that's an AI prompt for you, isn't it?
industrial bacon frazzles working on an oil rig or something. Yeah, this is fantastic, and there's so many of them, guys, on auction still.
Yeah.
And if this is the last one, and in fact, have I got this Andrew message back? I know it's very late. Apologise, Andrew, to confirm your, I don't believe you, your nonsense. No, he hasn't. Anyway, but if this is possibly the last Longrow Red,
That's sad. It's the end of an era.
It is
I
sad.
find it funny that people have put so many on auction just to flip it for, well, they've lost money.
Most of them.
Yeah.
If
you've done
go get them, because this may be the last one that you ever see.
Yeah,
You know?
I think that's insane. That is the one thing that's made me quite sad about this episode. I fucking love Longrow Red. Yeah, I know, right? C'est la vie. But anyway, guys, let us know what you think at home in the comments. Please drop us a comment. Let us know what your favourite Longrow is. Have you tried any of these? Do you think we're spot on, or do you think we're miles away? Put it in the comments. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your feelings. And let us know what you want us to do next time. For us here on Uncut and Unfiltered, that is all from Longrow. Gents, thank you very much. It's been a fucking wonderful evening. I think we can continue onwards into the night. But for you at home, you'll have to wait for a couple more weeks until our next episode. For now, it's been Uncut. We will see you next time. Sláinte.
Will it be back?
Yes.